Good morning, y'all. This is Gigi of Gigi's Green Goodness. And this morning, I am going to be making some Korean tofu soup. So I am starting with some roasted sesame seed oil. Now, this is probably not exactly how they make it, but this is how I make it. And I just put a little bit of oil down in the bottom of the pan just to cover the bottom of the pan. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to saute my onions. And as you know, see, the pan was already a little hot. But you don't want it to burn, so try to keep the heat down on medium. And to that, we're going to add, I like my onions just cut. I don't like them, diced or anything. I like big chunks of onion in my soup. So, that's my onion. I'm going to saute. Like whenever I think I have things together, y'all, I don't. But it's all right. So I'm going to saute these a little bit. Now, I was going to add some mushrooms, but today I think I don't feel like mushrooms. I'm just going to do my tofu and onion. I do have some zucchini and a radish that I'm going to add to this soup. But I'm just going to let these onions cook for a little while until they are a little see-through. You can tell they have cooked. My tofu, I froze it and I drained it this morning. So it's already been, took out as much liquid as I could and crumbled it up in a bowl also, which I will show you all that too. So we're just going to cook them until they're a little translucent. Like I said, the heat's not on high because I have it on medium, because you don't want anything to burn. And this is going to be some, for me, it's spicy Korean tofu soup. Because I like things spicy. If y'all notice on other things that I've posted. And it's just, like I said, you try to get it translucent a little bit. Just going to saute them until they get translucent. So you can see through them a little bit. What they look like, you really can't see through them, but they look like food. All right, that's good. Okay, so now to this, I am going to have a heaping spoon of this, which is soybean paste, with the top soybean paste. So I'm going to add a scoop of soybean paste to this. This is a vegan recipe, so I have to sneeze it the way that I can without, because I don't use meat products at all. No animal products. Okay, and here's a big piece of that. We're also going to and that's why I keep my heat down low, y'all. I do not want anything to burn whatsoever. Nobody wants to taste burnt, spicy Asian, tofu soup. So To that, I'm also going to add a heaping. You add as much as you like. It just depends on your taste. I'm adding some Korean hot pepper paste to this. If you notice, mine says very hot. I should have gotten a mild, but you know, it's okay. Let me get a spoon for this. So I'm just going to add a large tablespoonful of this in there. Yep, working with one hand is not good, but you know. And I did buy the little camera thing with the stick, which this morning I'm just lazy, y'all. Because I could have went back there and got it, I just didn't. Let me go back to my spatula because I did not want to scrape this pot as I already scraped the milk. And that was just a large tablespoonful of the hot pepper paste. I wish y'all could smell it. It already smells delicious and I don't even have nothing in it but some onions. Okay, to that I'm going to add some of the complete seasoning. That's what this is. So it has bell peppers, onions, basil, it has everything in it. And I'm just going to add some of that. Like I said, y'all fix stuff to your taste. I'm not really good with measurements. I just add what I like and keep it moving. Now I got that right there is the low sodium. Because it does have salt in it, y'all. Y'all don't want to add too much salt to your stuff. I try not to add salt in anything when I can. When I try not to add any salt as possible. Okay. So to that, we're going to add. I've already chopped up. This is my radish and my zucchini. I've already chopped it up. I'm going to add that in there. And let that saute for a minute. And me, I like to, after I've coated this, I go back and I add, you can either add tamari or you can add soy sauce, whichever one that you like. I'm going to add some, I think I have some dark soy sauce. Let's see. I think I have some light soy sauce too, but the dark soy sauce is already open, so I'm going to add some organic aged soy sauce. And it's probably like 3 or 4 tablespoons, y'all, to bring a depth of flavor to the soup. And you know, soy sauce also has salt in it. That's why you probably won't need any salt for this. Some people still add salt to their stuff, but I'm not one of them. Okay. And with this, I don't like my the onions is the only thing really I like to really be cooked well done. But as far as my vegetables, I like them still a little crunchy, so. But we are going to saute them, like I said. Like I said, keep it on medium heat. I know it's taking a little while, but you want your flavors to kind of mix up together and be good. So you can't have it on high heat because it will burn. Because if you notice, I haven't put any water or anything here yet, so. It's been like 2 minutes. We've letting these saute a little bit. Okay, and into this, y'all, I'm going to add, like I told y'all, I like seasoning, so I'm going to add a little. Once I get this back, I'll show it to y'all. Take this down a little more, because like I said, I don't want it to burn. And see that I'm going to add a little white pepper. Which is just adding a little depth of flavor, like I was telling you all. And also we're going to add some roasted sesame seeds. That's what this is. These are roasted sesame seeds. A little sesame seeds, so in my soup. But make sure you get the roasted ones. They also have some that are roasted and crushed. You can use those too if you like to. To this, I'm going to add my tofu. I have 1 block of tofu that I crumbled. Like I told you, it was frozen. So I'm going to add that. And this was firm tofu. It's not the real soft tofu. I'm just trying to get all that flavor, that coating on everything before I add my water. And if you notice, I coated everything with that. So now I just have some regular spring Ozark water. So I'm going to add to add 2 bottles. That's 1. And that's 2. That seasoning that I put in, it has garlic and everything, and you can add more garlic if you would like to. But that complete seasoning, it has garlic, ginger, onions. It has so much flavors, so many different herbs and basil. It has a whole bunch of different stuff in it. So, but I got it from the Asian market also. And now to this, our last thing that we're going to add in. Y'all excuse me. I did chop up some green onions. So I'm going to add that in. Yes, I love onions. And what you're going to do is you're going to just leave it on medium. You're going to put a top on it. And you're going to allow that to simmer for about 30, 45 minutes, okay? And I'm going to add my lid to this. And I will come back later and show you all the finished product. Be blessed. Okay, I want y'all to see the finished product before I get ready to bowl it. But I added some mung bean sprouts, which I grew myself. And I also added some seaweed that I had let soak and rinsed it off. And I added some seaweed into my soup also, my tofu soup. And if you all notice, it looks delicious. So I'm going to do me a bowl of it. And I'm going to probably be eating this all day and a couple of days of next week. But you can add carrots. You can add whatever vegetables you all like, okay? But I just wanted to show you all the finished product. The mung beans and the seaweed, I always add last. Now, if I noticed when Asians do it, they put the seaweed in and like let it cook off the whole time. But I don't like that deep seaweed taste. So I just add mine towards the end. But I do like the seaweed taste. And the longer the soup sits, the stronger the seaweed taste is going to get. Which is still delicious, don't get me wrong. But at the beginning, I just like mine to be a mild seaweed taste. All right, God bless. Gigi's Green Goodness, and that's my soup. It's ready. Okay, y'all, and there's my delicious bowl of tofu soup. And it has the seaweed. I put some bean sprouts, some mung bean sprouts. Some people like soybean sprouts. It's just if you can't use soy, then I like mung bean sprouts. Mung bean sprouts. And all my other flavors ingredients that I showed you all earlier. Like I said, you can add whatever vegetable you like. So you can add some carrots or whatever you like. You can eggplant, mushrooms. Like I said, I have mushrooms, but I didn't add any mushrooms this time. I just want you all to see the finished product. God bless.